My post Voicework check-in comes to you from a cozy floor space with pillows and blankets because I started off with floor work and continued with floor work, and it felt good to be working from the floor space today, and I think that's probably what I needed. My assessment of medium energy levels when I actually got into the work, I think, actually a bit more tired than I maybe realised. So sharing reflections based on this Voicework check-in sheet and the prompts that I have for this are: what have I explored with my voice today? And I have put here sound and movement combined, toning to assess where there may be emotional discomfort, and moving sound and energy through the body. So there's just space there for me to put some kind of bullet points or overall themes or topics that I've covered, just to kind of keep a note of that. And then underneath that, there's the question, what were my observations? The work made me feel tired. I was surprised how rich my voice sounded and how resonant it felt to sing on vowels when I was toning. Starting to work on the floor opened me up to a vulnerable space more quickly. So yeah, just teasing out some more detail, starting to reflect on, what was I noticing, feeling, sensing, aware of when I was exploring this. And the last question is, how do I feel after voice work? So I've put body and voice feel more closely connected, back and shoulders more open and relaxed, breath more expansive and nourishing, satisfied. I explored a range of sounds and guided myself based on my tracking of emotional sensations whilst vocalizing. So just a very, there's not loads of space there on this A4 in this current format for me to write, but that is more than enough information with the other video I've shared of the kind of pre-assessment questions, and then the post voice work responses and reflections. And having a limit to that is helpful in terms of being able to have a resource that you're going to feel compelled to continue to use. And also these questions are all kind of short and sweet enough that over time you may feel that you don't actually need the physical resource there, that you already have those questions in your mind and you can just take a note and jot some of that stuff down. So again, open-ended and leaving room for there to be a response that's based on, okay, maybe it's physical awareness, emotional, could be a spiritual insight, socially, what's going on with the voice, and psychologically how we're feeling in our minds. So again, there's that flexibility to answer as you want to, and to use the 5 elements framework as a guide or a reference point if you're thinking, you know, what angle do I want to articulate here. But I think the key is, as I said in the previous video, not to overthink that. These questions are kind of put together in such a way that they should elicit something organically, and just giving yourself permission to write that, to jot that down, to note that there. And it might feel a bit strange or uncomfortable or unfamiliar, especially if you're connecting with that authentic part of yourself that actually says, you know, I feel a bit tired, I feel a bit vulnerable, maybe something shifted for you through doing the work and you want to make a note of that. But most importantly, this Voicework check-in is there for you so that you can track what's going on and find out what's working for you. Be curious about, how am I actually spending my time, and you know, how do I feel after doing the voice work? Do I feel a benefit? Is there anything that I would like to change for next time? It's all really useful information, and you know, also coming to read that at another point in time, at another day with a fresh mind. There might be some deeper insights that you get from that, just based on, you know, what language have I used here and how have I expressed that. And you know, if I know myself quite well, then I'll be able to derive more information from that. So it's just encouraging you to start that documentation process, and also to see, you know, the intention that you have going into your practice. Were you able to meet that and respond to that? Did that feel like that was fulfilled for you? Because it's also, you know, structuring your practice time and your exploration to work towards certain goals, but also the intentions around why you're going into this might be related to play, you know, and discovery, and just bringing that quality in as well, so that your reflections and your check-ins can actually be something that's enjoyable and positive for you, rather than like, oh, I've got to fill in this, you know, assessment and you know, analyze the situation. It doesn't have to be so cold and sort of calculated and kind of methodical in that respect. So yeah, just sharing these tools with you as they evolve, and also now just trying to think about presentation for those, and possibly producing some physical items with these kind of collated at some point. So stay tuned for that, and I will keep you updated, and also any resources that are freely available to use, of course, I will let you know, and I will direct you to them via my website. But yeah, in the meantime, if there are any questions or thoughts about that have been stimulated by what I've shared, then I'm really open to hear from you. And yeah, look forward to seeing you again next time.